I promise you, it's us.
It's go time.
Yeah, no shock.
I know we've got to talk a lot about Ty Simpson and the Rams using their 13th pick to
oh my God.
take the quarterback when you've got the reigning MVP at quarterback.
Unbelievable.
And there were some other things that could be addressed. We'll get to it. I'm going to let you decide.
What's up?
When do you want to tell me about Benihana? Because you have my full attention.
Oh, Benihana. Okay, we'll get to that.
Okay.
Yeah, we did.
Okay.
But just a little bit. I had everything.
You went all in.
All in. I
Okay,
think I
good.
had the something delight with the lobster tail, lots of steak.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, the whole
How you
9.
feeling?
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Okay.
Lifted the world this morning in the gym.
Oh, you did?
I may be adding some more red meat to the old diet
Oh,
there.
yeah. You had a little meat on your pineapple
I
bowl
did.
yesterday.
See, I had red meat 2 times. The next thing you know, I'm like benching the world. Like,
Yeah?
let's go again.
Okay.
Let's get this going.
Hey, maybe it was the pineapple.
It might. Well, I eat
Don't
pineapple
turn it
every day.
upside down.
See?
Oh, okay. It's
So,
not the pineapple.
you messed me up with the pineapple.
Okay,
But yeah,
not
we got
the
to talk about.
pineapple for
We'll
sure.
get into that Benihana.
All right, we'll do
later
Benihana
on.
to say. So
Yeah.
let's start right here, DeMarco. I know that you were, talking with Mace and Marcus there, and we talked a little bit about during Super Crosstalk. But what was your reaction when Ty Simpson's name got called at 13?
The same as yours.
Yeah.
Expletive.
Like,
Expletive.
holy blank.
Expletive. Like, really? Wow.
Yeah.
Unreal. I mean, we had just spent 3 hours, and countless hours before that saying Ty Simpson's not the guy. You might want to, bring in a backup quarterback, but definitely not that guy, right?
Yeah.
It just, I don't know. The only guy that had Ty Simpson was Orlovsky,
Yeah.
who should be doing backflips right now.
Yeah, he called that one.
He sure did. I mean, but no one had it. So it's wild. And once the dust settled and the emotion kind of died down some, and you consider, on Wednesday, what was your quarterback room? What did it look like moving into the draft? It actually kind of makes sense. Your quarterback is 37, 38 years
Yeah.
old.
Yeah.
He's great, but he's
Yeah.
not going to play forever.
No.
2 good examples was, I'm sure you've heard this, Green Bay, when they drafted Love. That was a stroke of genius. You lost one Hall of Famer, and you went right to Love, and it was rocky, but you didn't hit rock bottom.
Sure.
And then look at Pittsburgh. They never replaced Ben Roethlisberger, and you're going through the quarterback carousel. So when you look at it from that perspective, it kind of makes sense. It's just a shock.
The Pittsburgh one is interesting. I'm glad you said that because I had not thought of it like that, that you need to get ready before you have to get ready.
Yep. Yeah.
That if you have something in place that you like, then grab it while you can because the Rams got that pick from Atlanta. The Rams will probably not pick that close to the front of the draft, or at least hopefully don't pick that close to the front of
They
the
don't
draft.
plan on it.
For quite some time, and that's where quarterbacks get picked for the most part.
Yeah.
That's where those guys live in the draft. And maybe they had to reach a little bit there, but if that's their best chance to reach, then maybe you go for it. And it does make some sense when you talk about Pittsburgh. It does make some sense when you think about Matthew Stafford being an older player, despite the fact that he's still very good. You don't know exactly where all these things are going to slot in, but I keep coming back to, holy blank, I can't believe they took Ty Simpson.
Yeah,
and
right.
It's nothing about Ty Simpson.
Well,
it's the fact that
kinda.
they made that pick.
Kind of it is. When you're talking about the position and all the maneuvers you made to fortify and solidify that position now and into the future, just that position, and we need a quarterback, named X. The one thing that stops you now is him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because we always thought it was a 1-quarterback draft this
Yeah.
year. Well, that's what we were told. That's how everybody went about it. It was Fernando Mendoza and everyone else.
Yeah.
Maybe Ty Simpson will sneak into the first round.
Yep.
I don't think 13 is sneaking into the first
Kicking
round.
down the front door.
You're a legit first rounder. You're one of the guys now. Like, who was I talking about? Dan Marino went 22nd.
Yeah.
Jim Kelly, those at 14 or whatever it was.
It
You're
happens.
13 now.
It happens.
Yeah.
Marino and Kelly were in a draft that had like 6 quarterbacks taken.
Elway at the
round,
top.
though.
Right, yeah.
So there's a little bit of difference, but it's a good point. And, and here's what, because look, we're going to spend a lot of time talking about this today. We're going to spend a lot of time talking about this during training camp, during the season, during every time.
You know what's funny? We may not, after this, we may not talk about this until like next year. He's the backup.
Well, okay, here's the thing. Every time if a tackle goes down, we're going to talk about it.
Oh,
If Matthew Stafford has an injury
That's fair.
and he's got to play, we're going to talk about it.
That's fair.
If they have a wide receiver that doesn't pop in that third spot,
We'll talk
we're
about
gonna
it
talk about
when we have to.
Right.
At some,
So-
this is the point. Like we're not going to be talking about it because we're talking about a backup quarterback.
Right.
Which is why everybody's shocked. You wanted somebody that will be on the field now.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. So I do think there will be plenty of opportunities for it to be like, hey, you could have had this player at 13.
Oh,
that
I hate
player
that
at
game.
13.
Yeah.
I do too, and it's unfair to everybody involved, but that's the way that it goes, especially when you're taking a player, like you just said, who hopefully, by design, never sees the field.
Right.
Right? So that if he doesn't play a single snap, that's really good news for the Rams. That means that Matthew Stafford was healthy and played really well, et cetera, et cetera. But this is where I keep coming back to. Better work.
Yeah.
And we're not going to know for a couple of seasons at least.
I like how you said that, and I was looking at Marcus. I was like, he sounds like he's extending credit. But I think Les Snead and Sean McVay are good for it.
I do too.
This run has
100%.
been elite. They have been elite in how they have changed their draft strategy, how they changed their strategies in free agency, all to get back and to stay in contention for a Lombardi Award. So, had better work. All of them had better work. Anybody you draft had better work out.
Yeah, but this is different, right? Like, I understand.
Well, if Jared Verse busted out, we'd be talking about that.
We would be talking about it, but when the quarterback busts out, it's different than every other position. And when the quarterback busts out, I shouldn't say everyone, many people were saying he's not a first-round pick, and he gets picked at 13, and it busts out, there's a little bit of an I told
because
you
the
so
quarterback
factor.
hamstrings your whole team. But,
Exactly.
I mean, still, if you waste a first-round pick on a guy that can't play,
No doubt.
it's going to come back. That's what I mean.
Yes.
Every pick you make, it better work out. But I see. This is it's a risk. It's a gamble. It is.
I talked about this on my podcast this morning, both my Dodgers and my Rams podcast, that this is like if the Dodgers did something that we all kind of went, wait, what? What the second reaction would be, hey, man, they've gotten a lot more right than they've got wrong. Let's see what happens. I think the Rams are in exactly the same boat, that they've gotten a lot more right than they've got wrong exactly over the last several years. But this is, you're dipping into your savings account. You are spending some of your credibility right now with, and by the way, like you said, very well earned. Very, very well earned that the vast majority of the things that they have done have worked out for the better. But this is one of those times where in the moment everybody goes, I'm going to trust you because I don't have a reason not to trust you.
Right.
But this one doesn't make sense.
I'm glad you said in the moment because, like, there are people that are real emotional about this. And we all have superpowers, right? Maybe not, flash speed or we can fly or something like that.
Yeah.
We all have superpowers. I think mine is I remember everything people say.
Okay.
I may not remember your name. Names and faces sometimes go away unless I see a picture of you with your name under it. Then I can't forget. That's just how I learn.
Okay.
But just what people say, I pick up on. So I want to see who's dumping on this kid now. Not saying you. I'm just saying who's dumping on this kid now because when it does pan out, I'm going to laugh because I did this with Michael Brockers. The same guys that were like, oh, he's terrible. Oh, my God, he can't play because he wasn't what you thought right out of the gate.
Yeah.
He's a bust. Same people. When he panned out and started playing, when you paired him with Aaron Donald. I am so glad we have Michael Brockers. Where was that when he was drafted?
Yeah. Well,
or why the switch now?
First of all, I think that the draft is always a best-case scenario. You got to give it 3 years before you can equivocally say it didn't work, right? Sometimes it works right away. Jared Verse worked right away.
Right.
Okay, that's
or sometimes it doesn't work right away.
Sometimes it doesn't work right away, but I think you got to give it a little time. This one's even more extreme because he's not going to play.
Right.
Like it would be one of these things, if we use the other quarterback that was taken in the draft as the example, if Fernando Mendoza goes out there at some point and looks bad, I don't think you can say Fernando Mendoza can't play. I don't know. The Raiders are a weird team. They're rebuilding. They've got a lot of holes. Give the man some time to figure out whether or not he can do. If 5 years from now Fernando Mendoza still doesn't look good, then maybe we land on a different conclusion. Like you can't even start the clock on Ty Simpson for a couple of years.
True. That's true. And just for the people that are your phone blew up just like mine, right?
Sure.
I mean, really, really upset. But name one guy that scored last year that's not here.
Yeah.
With the exception of a few.
Yeah.
Seriously. I mean, the guys that kept you in ball games, the guys that kept you in contention, the guys that took you to Seattle, they're all still here.
Yep.
So what are we talking about? It's like you haven't gone backwards.
No, you haven't, but you also potentially didn't go forward in the short term.
Okay,
You might have gone forward in the long term, which, by the way, is not a bad plan if it works. But to your point, they are where they were a day ago, but they also didn't say, hey, those guys that score that you're talking about, tackles that add some depth, some long-term stability. This is a purely long-term, and there feels like the delta on the boom or bust is real.
Okay, yeah, I feel you. I'm with you, and I'm glad you pointed out for the people that wanted Mekhi Lemon, right? Even if you drafted him at 13,
Who knows?
he may not play.
Right. Right.
He may be sitting on the bench, and you may be screaming, McVay doesn't know how to use him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, you never know. So either way, this pick might not have saw the field unless it was a certain position to begin with. But, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I can't wait to see Ty Simpson play.
Me too.
I've only seen, 15 games of the guy.
Well, that's about all he's played.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'd love to see him out with the bigs.
Yeah.
On an NFL field. Let me see what you look like there.
We can talk about this over the course of the next. We got about another hour left in our show before we hand it over to Lakers pregame show. But I think McVay's reaction, his subdued reaction, is a big reason why people feel the way that they do.
Okay.
Had they picked him and he'd gone, all right.
I got questions about that.
Then I think everybody goes, hey, look, McVay's on board, but that he was subdued, let's use that word, that he was subdued in his reaction, I think made people go, hey, what's going on over there?
You think
hey,
he did that on purpose?
I think there's a possibility he did. I think there's a possibility.
Does that sound like him?
No.
Does that sound like something he would do? Or
it does not.
But it also doesn't sound like a guy that's never not aware of the situation.
That's why I think he got. It's the old expression. You get caught telling the truth every once in a while, right? And it's like
I hate when that happens.
Yeah, it's like oh my God, they saw my face. Sometimes that happens, but we'll talk about that coming up in just a little bit.
Caught telling the truth.
Yeah, right. I mean, it happens, right? You know exactly what I'm talking about. It's like, oh my God, I actually told you what I think.
Yeah, I told you how much money I have.
Yeah, that's a huge problem. Tony Pastoors is going to join us coming up next, Laura.
Correct.
All right, Tony Pastoors, newly elevated to COO of the Rams. He is going to join us coming up next. We are all over the Rams draft. We're going to get you ready for the Lakers and the Rockets game 3, which is coming up at, what would that be, 3:30? That's at 5 o'clock. Yes. Tip-off for that one as well. We'll get to all of it right here on DeMarco and Travis, ESPN LA.
And the food is starting to smell amazing here. And like I always say at my family's carne asada, the food always matters. And lately, the star of our table has been Amor Salsita. Amor Salsita is something special. It's women-owned. It's homemade, authentic salsa that is made to share with the people you love. The kind of salsa that brings familia together. The founders, Jerry and Erica, brought the bold, vibrant flavors of Mexico straight from their kitchen to yours, and it truly shows. Listen, I use this for everything. I've told you, dipping chips, marinating our favorite grilled dishes on tacos, and even adding a little spice to our drinks when we entertain. It's that versatile, and it always gets people asking, what is this? And the flavors, smoky, juicy, chunky tomato, creamy avocado, roasted varieties, and my personal favorite, the mango habanero. Whether you like it mild or bold, there's truly something for everyone at the table. For recipe ideas and inspirations, visit amorsalsita.com. And the next time you're shopping, pick up Amor Salsita at Vaughn's, Albertsons, or Pavilions in the produce section. Amor Salsita, from our kitchen to yours, amor in every bite.
ESPN LA is your home of Rams football.
Your home of the NFL Draft.
Because Kevin Demoff is here as well, the Rams COO, joining us right now. This is your 18th season with the Rams. You've been through this 27 times in your career over the years. What's different about any of them? Are they all kind of procedurally at least the same?
Still my favorite day of the year, really? NFL calendar-wise. It's the most fun your organization has a chance.
LA's football station, ESPN LA.
In the playoffs, performance isn't just expected, it's engineered. At Lexus Santa Monica, we play at that same championship level. Whether it's the precision of the RX or the pure power of the LC, every vehicle is a masterpiece of performance. Visit our historic showroom, a Santa Monica landmark, and experience a lineup that's as legendary as the game itself. See Matt Unger and the team to elevate your drive. Lexus Santa Monica. In Santa Monica, on Santa Monica. Experience amazing.
Hey Rams fans, it's your quarterback Matthew Stafford here. The Rams and United Way of Greater Los Angeles are excited to bring Walk United LA to SoFi Stadium this year on Saturday, May 9th. Join me and my family for the 5K walk run and help support our Los Angeles community. Registration is now open at walkunitedla.org, where you can sign up for Team Rams and learn more. Our team is only as strong as our city, and this walk is about uplifting all Angelinos in need. I can't wait to see y'all at the Rams house on May 9th.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer, providing equal employment, development, and advancement opportunities to all teammates and applicants. To learn more about careers with us, please send an email to talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com. That's talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com.
My name is Christine, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, was a healthy 34-year-old, and 3 months later, he was gone. Thankfully, he had life insurance. Ethos made it so easy. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. 100% online, no medical exam. Life insurance didn't take away the loss, but it did give us the space to just grieve.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. Ethos.com/game. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Harry Douglas here. I don't wait for birthdays to celebrate. I grab Confetti Craze 5-Hour Energy. It tastes like rich vanilla birthday cake with buttery funfetti goodness. Seriously, it's unapologetically extra in the best way. And it's sugar-free, so I get all that cake flavor without the guilt. It's tiny, portable, and ready for whenever I need a quick boost. I keep one with me because you never know when you'll need a little party energy. The funfetti flavor is back on 5hourenergy.com or on Amazon. Crack open a Confetti Craze 5-Hour Energy shot today.
And it is draft day on the DeMarco and Travis Afternoon Show, broadcasting live from Hollywood Park, site of the Rams block party, the draft party for our Rams.
Hi, this is Steve Avila of your LA Rams. You're listening to Rams Super Bowl champion DeMarco Farr and Travis Rogers.
2026 NFL Draft Week on ESPN LA, made possible by Pechanga Resort Casino with a brand new house. Home Sweet Win is back at Pechanga Resort Casino, official California gaming and casino partner of the Los Angeles Rams. Now back to the Rams block party and back to the DeMarco and Travis Afternoon Show on your home of Rams football, ESPN LA.
Lakers and the Rockets game 3 coming up at 5 o'clock.
Rockets are toast.
The countdown to tip-off gets going at 3:30. Beto Duran has you covered on that, but we've been talking all about the Rams draft so far on today's show. We are joined right now by the new COO of the Los Angeles Rams, Tony Pastoors, joining us right now. Tony, thanks for coming on the show with us.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Absolutely.
The Rams are front page news.
Seems like it.
My gosh, no one had this pick. I mean, it seemed like it came out of nowhere. I mean, I'm sure you guys talked about it before the pick was made. I mean, can you talk us through the process?
I assure you it did not come out of nowhere.
Yeah?
No, I think it's, you look at where the team is, we feel really good about where we sit as a team today, and I think no matter who was left on the board, I think we would probably be having the same discussion of when are they going to play, whether that's a receiver, a tight end, a defensive player. I mean, we feel really good about the players we have and the depth we have, and so I think when the opportunity presented itself, to find that heir apparent to Matthew, you got to strike, because obviously if we take care of business and do what we're capable of doing, I don't think we anticipate picking that high anytime soon.
That's something I mentioned in the opening segment, that when you get an opportunity to take it, this is where quarterbacks go. They go towards the top of the draft, and hopefully you're never picking towards the top of the draft. That's not where you want to be. But I want to go back to something that you said a second ago. You assured us that this did not come out of nowhere. Mm-hmm. Did you know that the reaction was going to be the reaction? Did you anticipate that?
I mean, I think when you make a decision like this, I think you probably know it's not going to be, a ton of fanfare. I don't know that the Chiefs probably got a ton of fanfare years ago when Alex Smith was the quarterback, mm-hmm. and they were in the postseason and they drafted this other guy that turned out to be all right. And certainly the Packers didn't when they drafted Jordan Love and Aaron Rodgers is sitting there. And so, no, I think I understand fan reaction. As all of us, we want instant gratification. Sure. I want it now. But no, I think the decision is to do what's best for the Rams today, tomorrow, and the next day. And so I think that's how we got there.
In your job, I think you've handled everything. You've had the first pick in the draft, high price free agency. You had the blank them picks era. You've been through just about anything. I mean, but going to Matthew Stafford, like handling an MVP when he's 37, 38 years old. I mean, it's uncharted. It's like LeBron and the Lakers. It's uncharted territory. I mean, how do you handle those day-to-day going into a season when you have a quarterback that's that good, but the age says, we might have to start thinking about the future?
Yeah, I don't know that greatness has an expiration date, and obviously we get to witness it every single day with Matthew, and so you're appreciative of that because you said I've been around a while. This will be season 17 come the fall. I've seen some tough days at quarterback. I've seen some pretty good ones, and so really trying to enjoy the really good ones that we have. And you're so grateful to have someone like Matthew and the way he conducts himself in the building, out of the building, what him and Kelly mean to this community. And, I'm sure Kevin plugged Walk United, yesterday. That's coming here soon, and they help lead that. And so I think we're just appreciative to have someone like that, and then to work with him every single day and try and solve problems. It's great because that's an adult, and that makes my job and the organization's job really easy.
Tony Pastoors, the Rams COO, joining us here on DeMarco and Travis. And, obviously in your role, you have to figure out how everybody gets paid. You got to figure out how all these pieces get together. When you're drafting a quarterback in the first round, you obviously got more picks that you got to make. You got to get your quarterback signed and back on the roster and everything else. As the players start to come in, are you just seeing numbers? Obviously, there's positions and everything else, but okay, every dime I spend over here is one less dime I can spend over there.
Yeah, no, I think, fortunately, we've got the best owner in sports in Stan Kroenke. And I'm sorry for, the Kings fans right now who are dealing with that, but, we do. We have the best owner in sports, and the Avalanche are probably demonstrating that as we speak. But no, and so I think, trying to put it all together and help Sean and Les create the team that they want year in and year out to give us the best chance to bring another Lombardi back to L.A. is the job.
Is there always a solution? Like when it comes to moving money around and backloading, front-loading, whatever it is, it's like when I read stuff about contract structure, my mind glazes over because I just don't have that sort of brain for those sorts of things. But if you want to get it done, is there always a way to get it done?
There's always a solution.
Yeah.
There's always trade-offs with the solution, right?
Yeah.
And I think that's one of the things that I really do love about working with Sean and Les is they're not afraid to take risks and sometimes we'll those risks pay off. Sometimes we'll fail, right? And we're not afraid to admit that. And I think especially in this league when it seems like, man, a third of the league is fighting for their jobs every single year, to have the consistency that we have with Sean and Les and being willing to take those risks really gives us an advantage. And, again, it begins and ends with the best owner in sports that allows us to do some of these things. But I think it's just trying to make it all work every year.
I told Travis, I thought, people were upset, by the pick, shocked by it. We could have got more weapons. I'm like, do you remember how the season ended? You know what I mean? And real talk, we all saw the Super Bowl. You put this team in that same game, what do you think happens? You don't have to answer. It's bulletin board material. I get you. But we all saw it. So I thought it was a shout-out to the rest of the football team. Like, this is great. When you're picking backup quarterbacks, that means you're pretty much loaded. That means you should be excited about your football team, not the opposite way.
No, and I think, we probably didn't give enough attention to our 29th pick, Trent McDuffie.
Boom.
He's pretty good at football last time I checked. So, no, I think we're really excited about, what we can do and how we address some of the issues we had, to end the season and how we fix those. And I think we've been pretty aggressive about it. And we still have 6 picks, and I know we're not done making this team better.
Will you come on the radio more with us now?
I mean,
you
got to ask.
This is a first.
You got to ask Artis. If Artis says I'm allowed, sure.
So,
but let's not go crazy. Then Sean suddenly is like, "Oh, you want to do coach's show this week?" No,
you can come on the coach's show. Come on, it'll be fun.
Just go.
We're not letting Sean off the hook.
Here's your problem, Tony. You're doing a good job.
Yes, you're
bad
doing
on
great.
The radio, and we'll ask you ever again. But you're doing too good of a job. You mentioned you guys got 6 picks left. Number 61 is your next pick in the draft, and obviously the first round is always the round that gets a lot of attention from fans and guys like me who sit here and talk on the radio and whatnot. But is every pick outside of the first round, I don't want to say more important, but just as important and collectively maybe more important, because especially with a team like yours, you guys have had such a good track record of finding not just guys that make the team, but guys that make impact on the team in those later rounds.
Well, we went darn near a decade without a first-round pick.
Right.
So,
right.
No, you look at the Kobe Turners, the Byron Youngs, the Puka Nakuas, the Kyron Williams, that's the Rams, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so, these rounds mean a ton to us. 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th round, this is how the Rams are built. And so I think, Les and his staff do such a great job. And that's why I'm excited about, hey, the first round is awesome. Don't get me wrong. A lot of cameras, a lot of fanfare. But the team is built, rounds 2 through 7. And so, that's the majority of our roster. And I think that's what has me excited over the next few days is to let Les and his team do what they do.
What's your favorite part of football? Kevin yesterday said the draft is his.
Favorite day on the calendar.
Favorite day on the calendar is draft day. Does that track?
It's because Kevin doesn't have to do it. I get to work the trade phone. Like, I got Sean looking at me. Les is like, are we doing this or not? Like, Kevin has no stress on draft day. I'm sure it is. I'm sure it's wonderful. But no, you know what? I think different parts of the year, right? Yeah. I do enjoy draft day. I enjoy draft weekend, right? I think the undrafted free agent process, while messy, is awesome because you know, always trying to find one of those guys that's going to add to the team that, you know, nobody's thought of or that got overlooked. And, you know, I despise training camp. I despise the preseason. I'll be honest. I'm right there with fans. Nothing good happens in preseason. I just want to get to the regular season.
Right.
And so, no, but regular season, you know, meaningful football games in November, December. I mean, it's all exciting. And I think that's the cool part of this league is we've somehow made it a 12-month ordeal.
Crazy. One more thing. Your special teams. Can you give us a blurb on Bubba Ventrone? And you sound Cardona, your long snapper, and is it Grant Stewart, a new guy? So can you blurb on them?
Yeah, no, I think it's one of those places that as we looked at the team, we felt like we could improve, and those guys have come in instantly and are ready to go. And you know, Joe Cardona is you know, United States Naval Academy and all that kind of stuff. And so again, you added an adult, and so he's gonna, I think, instantly make us better. He's gonna get down there and Bubba is nonstop energy. He's ready to roll.
He's an officer, right?
I believe Cardona.
I believe
so, yeah.
That might be the first one in team history, like an actual officer on the football team.
Tony, you mentioned, you know, you use the word adult, and DeMarco's heard me say this a lot doing the show. Like, the Rams are not a noisy team. Like, we know the noisy teams around the league. The Rams are not one of them. And when we were talking yesterday, it was mentioned that if the struggle to learn, I think is how he put it yesterday, right?
Valuing guys above the neck.
Kevin mentioned that guys that struggle to learn, maybe guys that, you know, they'll look elsewhere when you're thinking about drafting a guy. When you're thinking about constructing a football team, how much of being an adult factors into whether or not you want to bring them into the organization?
I mean, everything factors in, and I think Les talks about it all the time. We just got to find football players. And, you know, I was fortunate in college. I had the experience. I played college football at a place that, you know, there was no scholarship or anything that tied you to it. And so I think I started my college career as a freshman with 30 teammates that were freshmen, and I think there was 12 of us when we were seniors.
Yeah.
And so you find out, and they're all still on campus somewhere, so they're getting a great education. But you find out, and I think that's where, you know, from a college standpoint, I learned with Coach Buddy Tevens at Dartmouth, like, you got to find, like, football's got to be important to you. And I think that's what Les and Sean do every single day is look at who is, and I think in today's NIL era and stuff, it's more important than ever, right? Football's got to mean something to you because it's a job, it's hard work. There's a lot of competitive players that are trying to take your job day in and day out. And if it's not important, you're gonna get exposed at this level, as you know, DeMarco.
Is this like the Academy Awards? They're playing you
I
the
guess.
music? No. No, Kevin mentioned that. Like there's no transfer portal in the NFL.
Nope.
So when you're evaluating guys, if you see he's been to 3 schools, you're still going to talk to the guy. If he can play, he can play. But it's like weird. Why do you keep moving around?
You're going to have to ask the question why. And I think, you know, getting back to our 13th pick, right, Ty, you know, he stuck it out at Alabama. He could have transferred. He could have gone places, and he went through that adversity. He, you know, sat behind a Heisman Trophy winner. Jalen Milroe beat him out, and then he finally gets his chance to shine. And so he put in his time, and obviously I think we're probably asking him to do the same. Just, hey, learn behind him, and then when we're ready, you're ready, right?
Yeah.
But not until he says you're ready.
Tony, I don't know if you can share this or not, but when you let Matthew Stafford know that you're going to take a quarterback at 13, what was his reaction?
I'll let Sean handle that one. But no,
Yeah.
Sean and him had a great conversation from my understanding, and so he's a competitive guy, and so, but I know Sean said, you know, he handled it first class, which shouldn't shock you, right? That's who.
No,
Matthew
I'm not surprised at all. But we talked about other places where it happens, and there is a reaction. And again, this kind of goes back to what we were talking about. Not a noisy team, and just the way that everything's buttoned up, and not surprised at all that went smooth.
Yep.
No, not at all. I mean, I bet the next time we talk, when are we going to talk to Coach? When does he get a chance to speak? It's usually after the draft, right?
Again, yeah. Where's Artis?
That's Artis.
These are
but
Artis
usually
questions.
after the draft, and he'll talk about it.
Yep.
Yep. It's just, I mean, it's a piece of video. We don't know, so it's just crazy. But, yeah, hey, I'm so geeked. You've got to be excited because they said, just for a minute, they said this was impossible, and here we are. There's SoFi over there.
Yep.
There's Rams draft day with a Ferris wheel.
Yep.
Come on, man.
No,
this is cool, right?
It's hard to believe, right? Like, and I mean that. Like every time I walk by or see SoFi, I'm like, man, we did it, right? Like it is. I'm so excited for what's to come this summer. I know you were geeked. I was geeked when we had WrestleMania, but now we have the World Cup, the Olympics Games coming.
Yeah.
So I think that is like
Super
what
Bowl.
that means to Super Bowl. But no, I think what it means to Southern California, it's awesome, right? And to see Hollywood Park come to life, it's really, really exciting. And I mean, in the carnival, I've got a 4- and a 6-year-old that are headed down this afternoon.
Perfect.
I promise you are going to spend entirely way too much money trying to win one of those giant rampages.
There's a slide over there. There's a slide. I went down it.
It's not
It's
that
still
hard.
standing,
It's not
by
that
the
bad.
way.
Yeah.
The 6-year-old is going to struggle. The 4-year-old, I have full confidence she's coming home with one of those rampages.
Definitely, yes. And don't try to go hit the thing with the bell.
No, DeMarco
It's
couldn't
broken.
get the bell to
It's
ring.
broken. I can't
Yeah.
get it up there. It's broken.
One last one for me. We're talking with Tony Pastoors, the COO of the Los Angeles Rams, kind of piggybacking on what DeMarco said a second ago. I remember when the announcement was made that the team was coming back to Los Angeles and thinking it was going to take some time to grow roots, for lack of a better word. Fast forward 10 years later, here we are. This is going on. SoFi Stadium's in the background. You've won a Super Bowl. You've been to another Super Bowl, an NFC Championship game, an MVP at quarterback, a possibly Hall of Fame level head coach. Could it have gone any better in the first 10 years as far as just the re-entry back into Los Angeles?
Yeah, we could have won 2 Super Bowls. Right?
Okay.
2 of them, right? We went 1 and 2. I think if we want to be selfish, but no, I think it's constant work, right? And like I said, I've got a 4- and a 6-year-old, and seeing kids at their school wearing blue and yellow is pretty awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Getting all the Chiefs and Cowboys stuff out of their school
has
been a chore, but you know what? Like it is an everyday bit of work that we got to do. We're building a fan base. It takes time. I get it. There wasn't, a team here for 20-something odd years, and there is that gap, and we're hoping to fill the gap. But again, everything around here, right? SoFi, Hollywood Park, it goes back to the best owner in sports, and it doesn't happen without him. And so, I think could it have gone better? Maybe a little bit, but those are high-class problems. But no, I think it's over. How do we make sure the next 10 years go just as well, if not better, than the previous 10?
Tony Pastoors, the COO of the Los Angeles Rams. Tony made a huge mistake. You did well on the radio.
Oh, my God.
Now we're gonna,
Please come back.
We'll call Artist first, but we'll see what we
I say
can
something
do.
crazy?
No.
What should I do?
We're good.
No, too late. You already did it. Thanks a bunch for coming on the show.
Thank you, sir, for having me. I appreciate you.
Hey, Pechanga Resort Casino is giving away another house this spring. That's right, you'll have a chance to win a new multi-million-dollar fully furnished home in Orange County. Earn entries to win by using your Pechanga Rewards card when you play your favorite slot machines and table games, or you can enter the social media Lucky Key contest. Then you have to be at Pechanga every Saturday night through May 30th to activate your activities, or activate your entries. 20 finalists compete for the grand finale drawing on May 30th. Remember that, May 30th. One lucky guest will turn the key to their new luxury home and a new life. You must be present to win. Must be 21 or older with valid ID to participate. While you're there at Pechanga, let me say this. Check out all the other stuff, all the exciting happenings going on at Southern California's premier resort casino. Discover 24/7 gaming action, versatile dining options, festive entertainment. There's a full-service spa that I love so much, amazing accommodations, and much, much more. Head to Pechanga Resort Casino right now, just off I-15 in Temecula, not too far. Visit Pechanga.com or call this number, 888-PECHANGA for reservations or for more info. See you there.
All right, I can't wait to go to Pechanga, but you know what I also can't wait for? Don't miss the special Sunday edition of Lakers Talk with Andy Kamenetsky, Sunday morning at 11 a.m. Andy will react to tonight's Game 3 against the Rockets and get you ready for Sunday's Game 4, a live weekend edition of Lakers Talk with Andy Kamenetsky, Sunday morning at 11 a.m. on 710, and then all-new ESPN LA app, your home of Lakers basketball, ESPN LA.
Hey everybody, it's Cap. Inheriting a home can be overwhelming, but Seller's Advantage makes it easy. One customer shared, and I quote, "Inheriting a home felt like too much work. Seller's Advantage gave us a reasonable offer, handled everything, and closed in 3 weeks. I highly recommend them." End quote. Skip repairs and headaches. Call Seller's Advantage at 888-390-AS-IS or visit sellersadvantage.com for your free cash offer.
Don't worry, sell happy with Seller's Advantage.
Providence Realty, DRE number 019-15-21-2.
Ready for an upgrade? Hey, it's Chris Morales. Spring into savings during Truck Month at George Chevrolet. Right now, you can lease a new 2026 Chevrolet Silverado 1500 LT for just $299 a month for 36 months with $39.95 due at signing. Power, capability, and the truck you've been waiting for at a payment that makes it easy to level up. Drive yours today at George Chevrolet off the 91 freeway, Lakewood exit in Bellflower, or online at georgechevy.com. Chevrolet, together, let's drive.
Calculated off MSRP on select models. Lease offer approved credit through GM Financial. Ends 5/2/2026. For full details, 866-949-4805.
Robert was in big trouble with the IRS.
Yes, I owed them a lot of money, over $52,000.
Then he heard about Civic Tax Relief.
They took great care of me. It went really quick. $52,000 that I owed, and they had a payoff for $100, and the IRS accepted it. Man.
Off the hook for just $100?
Civic Tax Relief will take care of you. Give them a call.
Call Civic Tax Relief now for your free confidential consultation. 800-881-4555. 800-881-4555. Individual results may vary. Visit civictaxrelief.com for more information.
Indeed presents hires you can't afford to get wrong, like a cybersecurity engineer at a publicly traded company.
We've been hacked! They're through our firewall!
How is that even possible?
They got my password.
Please don't tell me your password was password.
It's actually password 1.
This is the job for sponsored jobs. This is what happens when you don't sponsor your job on Indeed. Next time, get matched with quality candidates with Indeed sponsored jobs. Visit Indeed.com/hire now and sponsor your job today.
Hi, this is Jay Vice of your LA Rams. You're listening to the Rams Super Bowl champion, DeMarco Farr, and Travis Rogers, LA's mega sports station, 710 ESPN.
Yes, I do, but I just screwed it up on there. Hold on, Laura, fix that real quick.
I will definitely
fix it. Pachanga pick of the week. Yeah, see, thank you. My technical issues.
My Pachanga pick of the week is to have Tony Pastoors on the radio more often.
He's awesome, right? He's a good dude. Yeah, super smart guy. One of those dudes, if I was on that show, what is it, when you have the lifeline?
Oh, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? He would be one of the lifelines.
Yeah,
not
for sure.
just for sports.
No.
Super smart guy. The Pachanga pick of the week. Pachanga stay and play package. Deluxe room for one night. $100 resort. Laura, I messed this up again, but anyway. $100 I did.
Well, let's
resort
not mess
and
it up.
dining credit right now at Pachanga. Pachanga Resort Casino is giving away a brand new house. The Home Suite Win is back. You can use your Pachanga rewards card to earn entries. Visit Pachanga.com for complete details. The Pachanga of the week, pick of the week is the easy one. It's the Lakers and the Rockets.
Yeah.
Going to
tonight
Houston.
and Sunday.
Tonight and Sunday. And Austin Reeves coming back, I think, is huge.
You think he's going to play?
You know, if you're questionable, usually questionable goes to in. Doubtful sometimes goes to in. The one where you get fined is out to in. That's like the Sixers with Embiid, right, where they get fined for that. But if he's questionable, I would bet he's going out. It's an oblique.
Yeah.
The chance to re-aggravate that, or, it's slim, I guess. It's a little bit less than a hamstring, but I would risk it for him. And I want to put the death knell into Houston now.
Knock him off the cliff.
Absolutely. I want them thinking about vacation. Like, you know what? I hate you. I hate Sengun. I hate KD. I hate this coach. All we got to do is lose one more game and we're out.
Yeah.
I want them thinking that.
1, 2, 3 Cancun.
There you go.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah. It's interesting because I'm sure that the Rockets and the Rocket fans are thinking, they have to show up in the first quarter tonight with incredible energy, get the Lakers on their heels, just get right back into this as quickly as they possibly can, that just reestablish the fact that they were the favorites to win this series when it started. I think that's even more true for the Lakers. I think that if the Lakers can come out in that first quarter, really kind of give it to them, really, play fierce defense, compete 94 feet, make sure that you make everything hard for the Rockets, send everything you got at Kevin Durant, double team after double team, switch up your defense here and there, make them really work, that if it's not going well, what you just described, I think it could happen in the middle of this game.
It could, at half.
Yeah, that in the middle of this game, if they're down, 15 points at halftime, they're like, what are we doing here?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Now we're 2 quarters away. Yeah, and the collapse happens. But you have to play well. The one thing I do worry about is LeBron and the energy. He is old, and he's giving you a lot. He's up 2-0.
Yep.
Can you do it again away from home? That does scare me. But getting Austin Reeves back, the ball would be in his hands, you would think. That's going to take some pressure off LeBron. So, like I said, you have a chance to push them to the brink.
Look, this is the game where LeBron's energy will likely be at its best for the next couple of games. You get 2 days off. You only get 1 game off before the next game on Sunday. So your days in between so far through games 1, 2, and 3 have been pretty good. You've gotten a couple of days off. You get a chance to get off your feet. You get a chance to recover. And we know that LeBron James takes better care of himself than maybe any athlete we've ever seen. Like, he's just a freak when it comes to making sure that he's ready to go at all times. But 2 days is better than 1 day, and the end of the game tonight to the start of the game on Sunday, that's pretty darn quick turnaround. So that's the one that I worry about his energy more so than tonight.
Ooh, we have word that Ty Simpson's on the line.
Let's go.
The quarterback? The Rams quarterback, Ty Simpson? No way.
Pick number 13.
Hey, is this Mr. Simpson?
Oh, DeAndre.
Ty Simpson.
I heard he had no. Yeah, I heard he was quiet, but dang, not this quiet.
No, not this
there,
quiet.
There he is.
Oh, we got him.
There he is. Ty Simpson, are you there, sir?
I am. How y'all doing?
We are good, man. It's great to talk to you. Congratulations. What an honor. That had to be the coolest thing in the world, being drafted number 13 overall.
Oh, it was the best. You know, not only getting drafted 13th in the first round, but to a great franchise like the Los Angeles Rams. I mean, you know, they have the pedigree, you know, speaks for itself with, you know, Matthew being MVP, then the championship Super Bowl runs. And I'm so blessed and happy to be here.
Ty, what does it mean that, like you mentioned, to come to a team that has a pedigree like the Rams, to come to a city like Los Angeles? Obviously, DeMarco and I are big fans of our hometown here, but what about getting to play for Sean McVay? When you think about the best coaches in the league, when you think about offensive innovation in the league, you think about Sean McVay, and that you get to come play not just in the NFL, but for one of the brightest offensive coaches in the league. What goes through your mind?
Yeah, I mean, where do I start? You know, I honestly, you know, I played for one of the greatest coaches, I mean, arguably the greatest coach of all time in Coach Nick Saban at Alabama. And, you know, everybody talks about, you know, history and how people go get head coaching jobs, you know, because they work for Coach Saban. It's the same way with Coach McVay. You know, I think of, you know, Coach LaFleur, you know, Shanahan, all those guys who, you know, have been a part of history and that have, you know, grown off and, you know, now head coaches at franchises. So the fact that, you know, I get to, you know, play for, you know, the best head coach in the NFL is something that, you know, I couldn't have, you know, drew up better.
Ty Simpson, the newest member of the Los Angeles Rams, is joining us right now on the DeMarco and Travis show. You're listening to KSPN Los Angeles, a Good Karma Brands radio station. Real quick, just to follow up on what you mentioned about Coach Saban, what's the, you know, I'm sure there's, you could list 100 things, but at the top of the list, what was the thing you think of first when you think of Coach Saban and what he taught you?
You know, I think the thing that stuck with me the most is in Alabama, there's a big sign that says trust the process. And you know, as a freshman, I really didn't understand it. You know, had all these expectations, thought, you know, it was going to be 3 and done for me. But I really never understood what trust the process meant. And as I got older and I got to talk to him more and got to, you know, mature, he always uses the word mature a lot. I really understood what the process was. And the process was, you know, being process oriented and making sure that, you know, you do everything to be the best player that you can be. Don't worry about, you know, the outcome. Don't give yourself expectations. Do whatever you can every day to make sure that you know, conquer that day and that you got better, because, you know, you won't get that day back.
You know what's funny? I just realized, since we're kind of family now, I played for the Rams. You are about to play for the Rams. You've been drafted by. Your coach, Kalen DeBoer, I couldn't say his name because he left UW to go coach you at Alabama. So I never thought I'd say the name. Can you say something nice about him so I'll stop hating him?
I mean, I don't know where to start. Like, that dude has done so much for me. You know, I respect him so much because, one, he came in after Coach Saban. You know, not many guys could do that. And then, two, you know, the perseverance that he had, you know, through this year. You know, everybody counted us out at Alabama when we lost that first game. And, you know, the way that we, you know, persevered and had that grittiness to us, it all starts with our head coach. And it came from him. And, you know, that's something that, you know, I really respected about him. And that's why, you know, I'm looking forward to playing for, you know, Coach McVay, because I can see, you know, very similar, you know, personalities with the two.
I see what you did there, but it's not going to take. Yeah, I'm still mad at him. Yeah, good luck. One question for you. So this entire draft process, there's so many talking heads, and there's so many people. We heard so much about Fernando Mendoza. We heard about you sneaking into the first round. So you, as Ty Simpson watching TV, what did you think of all this pre-draft noise about you?
It was great. I mean, how awesome was it to be the most polarizing player in the draft? It's something that, I kind of take pride in, of playing with a chip on my shoulder, because, I feel like I played better when, my back's against the wall. It's something to where, we talk about rat poison all the time with Coach Saban. I don't want to hear all the rat poison. I want to make sure to, keep receipts and, to keep, getting better each day. And, Coach Saban said after he won the first championship at Alabama that this is, not the end, it's only the beginning. And this is the beginning of my career. So, everybody who, who kind of, wasn't a believer now, don't be a believer later.
Yeah, Ty, how hard is that? Because, it's impossible to live in the world that we live in right now and hear everything that's being said and written and talked about on podcasts, the internet, TV, the radio, and everything else, and not have it get to you at some point. I mean, do you want to go, these guys don't know what they're talking about, or are there moments it's like, damn, man, these guys really don't like me? Like, how do you balance those two things?
I mean, I think there's a little bit of me that's like, are you serious? But that's just a competitor in me. But I think it comes with the position, honestly. It comes with, being the quarterback. You get all the praise and you get all the blame. And that's something that, I am so blessed to, be here with the Rams because, what better, to learn, how to deal with stuff like that than, arguably the greatest quarterback of our generation, and Matthew Stafford. So, it's something that, I constantly need to, be working on. But it's also, refreshing knowing that, I'm here at a great place like Los Angeles to learn from Matthew.
Have you gotten a chance to speak with him yet?
I have not. His wife actually texted me and told me congrats. But I cannot wait to meet Matthew. I am super pumped.
Well, let me help you out real quick. Give him his in-and-out order so he'll know.
Oh, okay.
When you come to L.A., you need to have this. So write this down, Ty.
Are you familiar with In-N-Out Burger at all?
I am not. Do I need to be?
Yes. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Yeah.
They're as a citizen of the city of Los Angeles, you need to have kind of your go-to In-N-Out.
Write this down. This is like your quarterback stuff.
I'm just going to tell you mine, Ty, and then you can alternate however you want to do it. It's a double-double animal style with chopped chilies, fries, and then you can get whatever you want to do.
Repeat that. That's your first play. Go ahead.
Double with chili fries.
Close. We're going to work on it.
There you go. Scramble.
Double animal style with chopped chilies.
No drink. We're forgetting the motion. There's no drink.
Look. Okay, you want to get complicated? Let's do this.
Go ahead.
So we can get a Neapolitan shake on that as well, where we're going to get all three flavors of the shake in there. That's a great way to do it. We could get animal fries with the chilies on top, spread on the side. Like, we can get complicated. We can go deep with this.
And Ty, you're hot. See, you're the hot read. There you go. How about that?
Okay, there we go. It sounds about like Coach McVay's offense.
This is going to be fun. Real quick, before we let you go, just learning from a legend. We had Tony Pastoors, your COO, on, and he says you've done this before. You've sat behind guys that have been successful. So when you're sitting there soaking up knowledge, what are you looking for? Not the stuff that he tells you. What are you watching for when you're going to be in a room or on a field with Matthew Stafford?
Yeah, I mean, y'all talked about it. I've done this before. Done it with Bryce Young, who was a Heisman Trophy winner, #1 overall pick. Done it with Jalen, arguably the most electric quarterback in SEC history. And then, I get here and I get to learn from a first ballot Hall of Famer and reigning MVP. So I want to learn, how he eats, how he takes care of his body, his daily preparation. What he does on a game day to warm up. Like, I want to know the ins and outs on how, he does things, and how he's been able to do it, at a high level for so long, soak up all that knowledge and, experience. And then when I get out there to, hit the ground running, it's something that, I honestly fully believe that the years that I sat are almost more important than the years that I played, just because I understand all of the things that it takes to be a starting quarterback. And then, y'all saw what happened when, I got my chance after those years starting.
That was the question. Like, college football is everybody hits the portal now. Why did you stay?
I think I'm a coach's son. And honestly, it came back to, what do I need to do to be able to, play my best in the NFL? I didn't want to go anywhere else. I didn't want to see any of my teammates on the other sideline, like, Peyton Proctor, Tyler Booker, Jeremy Bernard, Jam Miller, like guys who, I came there with. And then if I didn't want to play anywhere besides the SEC. I wanted to play in the top, division. I wanted to play, it's arguably the SEC is like the NFC West. I mean, every week, you got some type of, just electric defense, electric offense, electric player. And so, I wanted to make sure that I got the most out of my career. And I fully believe that the University of Alabama made me NFL ready.
Look, everybody wants to play, Ty. We're talking with Ty Simpson, newest Rams quarterback. That you mentioned this a second ago, but being at Alabama and having to wait. I'm sure that everybody has the dream of coming into the NFL and playing right away and killing it and going Pro Bowls and everything else, Super Bowl and whatnot. But the time that you did spend waiting and learning, do you think that will prepare you for what you're going to have to do in your first season in the NFL, maybe your second season in the NFL, depending on how long Matthew Stafford stays here? The understanding of I am learning how to do this, even though I'm not getting to do it in games.
Absolutely. I think it starts with, the infrastructure that Coach Saban and Coach DeBoer, implemented there at Alabama. You have NFL admin always coming through the building, scouts, former players of Alabama. It goes to the weight room, how we do things, how we take care of our bodies, the offensive system that Coach Ryan Grubb runs. They're asking us to do high-level stuff there because they want to prepare us for the NFL, for the next level. So, going about those things, staying 4 years there, being at the highest level of college that I could, be at, and then, coming here, being a coach's son and soaking up that knowledge from those guys. And then not only, talking about the reigning MVP and, first ballot Hall of Famer, like it just is a perfect situation. I'm super excited, super blessed to be here. And I just can't wait to, get my hands in the quarterback room.
So what's the first thing you're going to do when you get to L.A.? After you meet the media, after you check in with the coaching staff and you meet all the people inside the Rams organization, what's your first move in L.A.?
Well, I guess go get you an In-N-Out burger.
There you go.
Boom. You're going to do just fine, Ty. This is very good. We made a lot of progress right
yes,
here
sir.
In the opening conversation. Well, congratulations to you again on
yes,
being
sir.
the Rams' first-round draft pick. Very excited to have you here in L.A., and we really appreciate your time.
I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much.
A lot of fun, man. Thank you.
You got it.
Congrats.
You got it. That's Ty Simpson, Rams' newest quarterback, 13th overall pick, and I'm impressed.
He almost spit back that order. He
Real
almost
close.
got it. There you go.
Real close.
He was real close.
And then he circled back to the
Yes.
In-N-Out.
Yes.
That's just a pro move right there. That's just high-level understanding of maybe it's not so much about L.A., but he certainly understands the two of us.
He got it.
He
yes.
figured us out pretty
He got
quickly.
it. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
He got it real quick.
Yes.
That was great.
Well, he likes big guys. He's a quarterback.
He
Yeah.
He
The
likes
button
big
gut
guys
guys
to
help
protect him. He's scared of big guys like you that are trying to break his
Well,
phone.
I mean, all you got to do is talk to me. Maybe I'll protect you instead of hit you. That's the other side. Yeah, all button gut guys. But good. I mean, look, obviously he's fun to talk to. Obviously he gets it. Everything he said is great, and I can't discount that or highlight that enough. In college football today, if you hit a roadblock, you're out of there. You're in the portal.
Yeah.
He stuck it out.
Yeah.
He liked Alabama. He liked being there, and I like what he said. I was training to be a pro, and here he is. So regardless if we all missed, it only takes one team to fall in love, and it seemed like the Rams did.
You know what else I hadn't really thought of, and it's my fault for not doing it, but I think it makes me relax a little bit. It makes me less concerned about how this will work out long term. He played for Nick Saban.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And,
Yeah.
and Nick Saban saw something in him. Nick Saban is a pretty darn good football coach, and I can't imagine that they didn't do their research and get Nick Saban on the phone at one point or another and say, hey, what do you think about this guy? And if Saban would have said, I don't know, man, then there's no way he's here. I think you had to have gotten
Glad
a
you
thumbs
said
up
that.
from Saban at some point
Yes.
to do that. And if Nick Saban co-signed something, okay.
So we have people that talk on television, and they talk with authority, right? And you respect them, take their word for it, don't take their word for
Saban's
it.
on another level.
But if Nick Saban is telling you, draft that kid, I think I might listen to that.
Damn right.
I think I would. If he's good enough for Saban, I'm with you. He's good enough for your football team. Especially, like you said, he's coming in to learn.
Yeah,
he's not coming in to save the day.
And he has learned. Like, he went to Alabama, and to your point about the portal, he went to Alabama and didn't get the starting job right away. And instead of saying, peace out, I'm out of here, he went to work and he waited and he learned. And when he got an opportunity, he had a great deal of success. So having to delay that gratification is something that very few people have experience with or are good at, and that he does, I think, is a really positive sign.
That's awesome. I can't wait to see what else the Rams do in this draft. I think they got to come out. They probably come out with their next pick is going to be probably a receiver. You would think, right? A dynamic type receiver.
O-line, I wouldn't hate either.
In the second round? I mean, so I was thinking about this.
You got to get somebody in there in case something happens.
Well,
right?
Earlier I was thinking, like, this is before they picked Ty Simpson, and I'm thinking, so you had 3 tackles come off the board. So your next option is the 4th-rated tackle.
Yeah.
How many receivers had come off by then? 2?
By Simpson?
Yeah. Or before him.
Yeah, 2.
When the Rams are picking.
2.
So 2. So your 3rd best receiver on the board, theoretically, if everybody has the same board, or your 4th best tackle.
Yeah.
Which guy do you want from there? So if there's a run on receivers to finish out, I still think there's some guys, some dual threat guys, some guys that can be a receiver and possibly return kicks as well, which would be awesome. I think there's some guys you can get today that could fill a lot of needs for the Rams.
All right, guys, and what's on tap today on ESPN LA? Lakers-Rockets Game 3 tonight in Houston. The Toyota Lakers Countdown with Beto Duran starts at 3:30 p.m. with tip-off at 5. Hear it on your afternoon drive on 7:10 a.m. or crystal clear digital audio on the ESPN LA app. Brought to you by Michelob Ultra, a superior taste worth playing for. The official beer sponsor of the Los Angeles Lakers. Please enjoy responsibly.
I know we're getting closer to talking, to handing it over to Beto and getting ready for the Laker game, but you still owe me a Benihana story. You want to do that next?
Ooh.
Okay, let's go.
All right. You
Let me
don't
vent
get
a
away
little
from
bit
me for the weekend without me hearing the Benihana breakdown. We'll get into that coming up next. It's DeMarco and Travis, ESPN LA. And let me tell you before we do that about my friends at Rotolo Chevrolet. I've been driving the Silverado from Rotolo for years now. Absolutely love it. It's one of the favorite vehicles I've ever had in my entire life. But that's not it. I've also bought 3 cars from Rotolo Chevrolet as well. So that tells you what you need to know. They have incredible selection. They have incredible pricing. And I've been through the whole process. I've been through the financing process. I've been through the sales process. I've been through all of it. And they don't miss a beat. It starts at the top with my friend Mike Capozio. He's running the whole show. That's why he's dancing on TV. He knows you're going to have an incredible experience. His son Michael has taken great care of me. Armando Rojo, the general manager out there, he takes care of everybody that comes into Rotolo Chevrolet, and he's going to do it for you too. So if you're thinking Chevy, Rotolo is the place to be. It's right off the 210 freeway, Sierra Avenue exit. You can't miss it. A sea of Silverado and Chevy cars and trucks. And if you're thinking Trav, awesome. I like all of that, but man, I live in Long Beach. I live in Ventura. I live in the Valley. No problem. RotoloChevy.com. R-O-T-O-L-O. RotoloChevy.com. And whether you go online or you go into the store in Fontana, make sure they know that Travis sent you in to Rotolo Chevrolet.
Pizza Hut is bringing the heat with their new hand-tossed crust. Crispy and golden on the outside, soft and fluffy on the inside, finished with buttery garlic parm seasoning in every bite. And right now, grab a large pizza with any 3 toppings for just $11.99, delivery or carryout. When you're hungry for big flavor, keep the Pizza Hut coming with the $11.99 large 3-topping deal. Order now at pizzahut.com or download the Pizza Hut app.
Limited time offer. Additional charges for extra cheese and toppings, stuffed crust, and original pan.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-1482. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-1482. That's 800-575-1482. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Los Angeles, if you missed out on any action this past season, don't make the same mistake. Secure your spot in the Rams house for 2026. Watch every home game next year with big-time matchups against the Bills, Chiefs, Cowboys, and Packers. In addition, enjoy home playoff ticket access, interest-free monthly payment plans, and stadium event pre-sale access. Visit therams.com/2026. Again, that is therams.com/2026. Don't miss out on any of next season's action. Get your Rams season tickets today.
If you've been thinking about selling your home and you've heard about Seller's Advantage on the radio or seen them around town, you might be a little skeptical, wondering if they're just another shady company trying to take advantage. But that couldn't be further from the truth. Seller's Advantage has been buying homes from sellers in Southern California for over 20 years. They hold an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau, and there's a reason they have some of the best reviews in town. Seller's Advantage will make you a competitive cash offer that can match what you'd end up with after paying for expensive repairs without the hassle of listing your home. Plus, they take pride in buying on your terms. If you want to sell your home, call Seller's Advantage for a no-obligation offer. 888-390-AS-IS. That's 888-390-AS-IS. 888-390-2747. Or, better yet, go to their website, sellersadvantage.com.
Don't worry, sell happy with Seller's Advantage.
Providence Realty, DRE number 019-15-21-2.
Children's Hospital Los Angeles is where groundbreaking research meets unparalleled expertise. It's where exceptional care is tailored 100% to kids. And it's where every specialist, every room, every innovation revolves around one need: your child's health. Whether it's routine care or a life-saving procedure, CHLA is where families turn to when outcomes truly matter. Children's Hospital Los Angeles, 125 years of building hope and healthier futures. Go to chla.org today.
In the playoffs, performance isn't just expected, it's engineered. At Lexus Santa Monica, we play at that same championship level. Whether it's the precision of the RX or the pure power of the LC, every vehicle is a masterpiece of performance. Visit our historic showroom, a Santa Monica landmark, and experience a lineup that's as legendary as the game itself. See Matt Unger and the team to elevate your drive. Lexus Santa Monica. In Santa Monica, on Santa Monica. Experience amazing.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer, providing equal employment, development, and advancement opportunities to all teammates and applicants. To learn more about careers with us, please send an email to talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com. That's talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com.
Are you ready to make a difference for the environment while helping the visually impaired at the same time? Then donate your vehicle to Heritage for the Blind today by calling 1-800-983-6530. Every donated vehicle will either be properly recycled in an eco-friendly manner or given a new life through reuse. Donating your vehicle is easy. Simply call 1-800-983-6530 and Heritage for the Blind will do the rest. They'll even arrange for your vehicle to be picked up at no cost to you. And for a limited time, when you donate your car, you'll receive a $200 restaurant voucher and a 2-night, 3-day hotel stay at one of 50 locations. Call 1-800-983-6530 right now to schedule your vehicle donation and make a positive impact on the environment while helping others. Heritage for the Blind, where every car donation counts and every person makes a difference. Call 1-800-983-6530 now. This advertisement is paid for by Heritage for the Blind.
That's the ease at which you get information. You want it, you get it. Like that. Ask your phone. Group chat. Smartphone. You're always connected and informed in real time. No waiting. So if you're diabetic and still using finger sticks to read your blood sugar, what are you waiting for? Knowing your blood sugar levels instantly is important for managing diabetes. Call US Med at 888-665-0696. To learn more about continuous glucose monitors, a real-time instant method to track your blood glucose, US Med is an approved provider for Medicare and over 1,000 private insurers. And the best part? Call 888-665-0696 and we'll give you a free insurance benefits check today. So call 888-665-0696 today. That's 888-665-0696 and manage your diabetes as easy as...
Hi, this is Gervais of your LA Rams. You're listening to the Rams Super Bowl champion, DeMarco Farr, and Travis Rogers, LA's mega sports station, 710 ESPN.
What you got to say?
The Benihana story. Okay, real quick.
You went last night.
The food was outstanding. The kids had a great time. The kids hadn't been there.
Okay.
The chef that handled us was great. He was funny. He did the whole shrimp thing. Great show. Did the onion volcano. Did everything. I just have one gripe. Shrimp in the pocket.
In the pocket.
Didn't miss.
Okay.
And the last one, guess what he said? Kobe.
Oh.
Boom. It was awesome. It was so cool, so cool, so cool. The only thing that bothered me was, okay, the reservation was at 7:15. Okay. We sat there for like 45 minutes.
Ugh.
Yeah, with a hot little stove thing.
Grill, yeah.
Yeah, with the next table being served. So we're watching people
smell the food.
Yeah. Me and my brother were like, hey, just bring it out. We'll do it ourselves. Just bring the meat and the shrimp. We'll do it. I know what to do. Yeah, we didn't start eating until 8 o'clock.
Oh,
that's the only thing. And we got kids, too. So, but everything else was good. That's my only gripe.
Hangry kids are a challenge.
Bro, on a school night.
Yeah.
Yes, oh, my God. We had to drop some other kids off, and the parents were like, they were like, it's okay. It's late. No, they were mad at us.
They're like, where have you guys been? Did he spin the egg on the flat top?
He didn't spin the egg.
Oh, no?
He did not spin the egg.
Oh, I like when they spin it and then they whack it with the spatula.
He didn't do that. He did the little trick where there was an egg under a bowl, and then, there were 5.
Yeah,
that got them all.
I don't. You did.
That got all the kids.
Oh, okay.
I saw him. Yeah, I saw how he did
it. Great way to do it. That is an absolutely great way to do it. We just finished talking with Ty Simpson a couple of minutes ago. He was absolutely terrific. Look. I don't know if being able to talk means that you can play football or not, but he could certainly talk, and I'm optimistic that somebody that understands the assignment will figure it out.
I'm glad you said that. I hope that helps. I'm sure we're going to post that again, that interview.
Yes.
I hope that helps some people, but like you said, when you drop the emotion of it, you can actually understand why they made the move, and then when you hear from him, you may understand the quarterback a little bit better and why they chose him.
For sure.
Yesterday, I'm not going to lie to you guys, it was a little rough when people saw, who the Rams picked here, specifically because I stayed until the pick was made. But listening to him gives me hope. And to Travis's point, I don't know, being a good talker makes you a good QB, but I am pleasantly surprised after hearing him. And you know what I'm pleasantly surprised for? We have to do our race to the crown.
All right.
Let's do it.
So in honor of Kelly Clarkson's birthday, she was the first American Idol Award winner. We're drafting our reality competition shows.
Oh, goodness.
So,
okay.
DeAndre, you cannot say I never put you on because you are number 1 for this.
There you go.
I'll
First round pick.
You. Let's go.
Oh,
that's not a reality show.
That's not a reality show.
Oh, whatever. Give me Wipeout.
You could give it to him. We could call it
the commissioner.
It's not really a reality show, but DeAndre, since you're keeping it down.
Then.
Which one?
Wipeout.
That's
that
a good. That's a good one.
Okay,
there
that
you
one's
go.
good. Wipeout is good. All right, I'm next. I'm gonna do The Amazing Race.
That's good one.
I love that show. Travis, you're next.
Give me Dancing with the Stars.
You talked about that yesterday.
Yeah. I that's really one of the very few that I've actually seen more than one time because Susan really likes it. So I'll do Dancing with the Stars.
By the end of that show, we're all dance experts.
Yeah.
That
wasn't very good.
There you go. Okay, I got one. Since you picked Family Feud, give me Cops. That's a reality show. They're trying to get away. You're trying to get nabbed, right? There you go. I'm going with Cops. There's one.
Just because we're short on time, I'm going to give it to you. What's your second one?
Naked and Afraid. I love that show. I think that's the greatest show ever made. Like, let me put you in the middle of nowhere and you have no clothes.
Okay.
Survive. I like that.
Travis?
American Idol. It's been on the air for 500 years. Give me American Idol.
All right. I'm going to go with The Voice because I felt that one was better. All right, DeAndre, you got 2.
I'm going to take The Masked Singer.
Ooh, good
Singer.
one.
And what else?
Was Survivor taken or no?
No.
I take Survivor.
You actually have pretty good picks. All right, so I'm going to go. I said Amazing Race, The Voice. It was a dance show. So you think you can dance?
So you think you can dance?
So you think you can dance, Travis?
Yeah. This wasn't on very long, and it was so spectacularly terrible and caused all sorts of problems, so I'm going to take Who Wants to Marry a Millionaire.
Oh,
Okay.
goodness, that was a mess.
That was a hot mess. I love that.
Oh, my God, I don't have a last one. Let me think. Reality show. Jeez. Oh, The Real World.
There you go.
The Real World.
All right, Race to the Crown is driven by Rotolo Chevrolet, California's #1 Chevy dealer, 13 straight years. Huge inventory, outstanding service. Rotolo takes pride in doing it right. Rotolo Chevrolet, #1 for a reason.
And really quick, LAFC is on the road this Saturday in Minnesota. Coverage begins with BMO Countdown to kickoff at 8:30 a.m., hosted by Mayra Ruiz, followed by pregame at 11 and kickoff at 11:30, all on the new ESPN LA app, home of LAFC.
All right, we're going to hand it off to AK, right? Andy
Yes,
Kamenetsky
Andy
is going to
Kamenetsky.
host the Lakers countdown to tip-off. Lakers and Rockets Game 5 coming up in just a little bit. DeMarco and I will see you on Monday with the full draft done.
Peace.
Hey guys, it's Cappy here, and let me tell you something you should do. You should book your annual eye exam at VisionWorks. It's not just about your